Welcome to Würzburg. In our last video, we went out to Leighton Barracks, the old army installation where I grew up. Today, we're in the old city. We spent the day walking around filming some of Würzburg's most iconic sites, like the Marienberg Fortress, the Old Main Bridge, and St. Kilian's Cathedral, just to name a few. We'll also show you the Würzburg Residence and its incredible gardens. And of course, some of that delicious German food. After 30 years away, it's nice to be reminded how beautiful this place is. Würzburg is a historic city in the heart of Franconia, located in northern Bavaria. For over 1,000 years, it was ruled by prince bishops who built what some would argue is one of the most beautiful Baroque palaces in Europe. They also left behind a Franconian wine tradition that still defines the region to this day. Sadly, on March 16, 1945, there was an air raid over the city just weeks before World War II ended, devastating nearly 90% of the city in under 20 minutes, destroying centuries of history, culture, and architecture in a single night. Rebuilt over the following decades, Würzburg became a modern university city on the Main River, where that history and wine are still a part of everyday life. All right, good morning. Day 2 in beautiful Würzburg. It is such a quiet, polite city. I don't know if it was like this in the 80s. I only imagine that it was, but man, it is really nice here. I could live here. Again. Today we are going to this famous bridge, and then right up from that bridge is the famous fortress. I can't remember the name of it, Marienberg. I remember from yesterday, like I said, when I was a kid, we would walk down the street and we would see that fortress lit up. And the cool thing is it's a great view of the city. Yeah. So those are the main things. And then the cool thing is that when we come back down, we have to pass by the other things that we want to see. There's a couple of very famous and important churches and chapels.
It's very beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, and if we have the energy, I'd like to go into the garden from the Würzburg Residence.
Yesterday we went to residence, Würzburg Residence, and I thought after Italy, nothing can surprise me.
Yeah.
But it was so beautiful, so amazing, so imponent, with mirrors, with chandelier, with decoration. It was so beautiful. Yeah, it left me with my la bocca aperta.
Yeah, you were in awe. Mm-hmm.
Sì, yeah, così, questo. Yeah. I wanted to say this.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow, e questo è bello.
So we are here at the beautiful Old Bridge, and I don't remember how to say it in German. I just know it translates to Old Bridge. But there's a very famous bridge here in Würzburg on the main river. So it's very exciting to be back here. So we're gonna hang out here for a bit and then head up to the fortress. Looking at the fortress from the bridge, it doesn't look that far of a walk to the top. It started out as this nice little incline. It has a nice park, but it just kept going. Just enough to remind us that we're getting older. There is a nice halfway point with a great view of the city, so we stopped to take pictures and to take a break. And then the hike continues.
Unica cosa che è il mio ginocchio, per tutto altro sì, fa caldo, stiamo salendo, ma ogni tanto mi fa proprio, sì, non sempre, ma ogni tanto.
Same with my foot. We're getting old because my ankle or my toe or something's bothering me. This is like Portugal.
Yeah.
All over it.
No, unfortunately no. We can't go there.
When we finally made it to the top, we found out it was closed for repairs. The good thing is that we were able to walk around and look at the castle on the outside of it. All right, we made it to the top of the Marienberg Fortress. The hike was a little more than I was expecting, but it was still nice. So we're going to continue to just explore around the castle, and then we're going to go into the museum and then head back down and explore more in the actual city. We had walked all day the previous day and had a lot more walking ahead of us. So after about 45 minutes of walking around the castle and exploring, we decided to skip the museum and head to lunch. After the trek back down, we were definitely ready to eat, and we had passed this restaurant right on the bridge of the main river, and I wanted to eat there because it had such a great view of not only the bridge but of the fortress. But I thought, no way, it's going to be packed and we're probably not going to get seats, and if we do get seats, we will probably have to sit inside, but I still wanted to try it. Not only did we get a table outside, but we got the best table outside with the best view of the bridge and the castle. Germany is well known for its beer, but this area of Franconia is famous for its white wine, specifically the Silvaner. So we started with that. To eat, I had to go with a classic. And Elena got something a little less traditional, but still excellent. After lunch, we wanted to finally go into some of these beautiful churches we had passed along the way. But before that, a little shop caught my eye, so we stopped in just to do a little shopping. All right, we just checked out one of Würzburg's most famous churches, St. Mary's. Well, technically it's not a church, even though it's huge. It's considered a chapel. It's famous because of its like red and white color, and that red is actually natural sandstone, so that's a big thing. But it's also famous because it never became officially designated as a church. Now, I'm not very big on Catholic politics. I just know that this church was funded by the people and not the Catholic Church itself. And so the Catholic Church way back then was upset that they didn't use church funding or whatever. The people wanted this, and so officially the Catholic Church never recognized this as a full cathedral or church, and it remained a chapel, even though it is phenomenal. It's really, really nice inside. The biggest tragedy, I guess, of this church is during World War II, it was bombed, and it kind of got destroyed, but the foundation and all the walls and stuff remained, and so in the 50s and 60s they reconstructed it to what it is today. It's still an amazing, I guess, chapel / church to visit. So, all right, now let's check out the next one. All right, we just finished in St. Kilian's Church, and it is super impressive. What's funny is originally Elena thought it was just like a gate to pass through, and we were going to go through, but we didn't think it was going to be that special. And again, living in Italy for a while, we've seen some impressive churches. But this is the church that has the money, for sure, in Würzburg, because it is really impressive. There are so many ornate sculptures. There's like a ton of, I don't know if it's bishops or popes that are all along, all these like statues and things like that. There's a really cool crypt that they let you go into. And there's just like corridor after corridor we were allowed to go into. And it was really cool, really ornate stuff in there. very surprised. And again, this is coming from people who've been to places like Milan and seen the Duomo and many other churches all over Italy. But this church is super old. The foundations of it started in like 700 plus AD. And they've had fires, they've had, things. But the main cathedral was built around 1000-ish AD.
But I want to ask you, you told me some very dark story about this church.
Yeah, so the real history of the church comes from Saint Kilian, I think, was an Irish missionary that came here, and the story that I read was that he converted the Duke of Würzburg, or of this area. He said something about how the Duke married incorrectly, and the wife of the Duke had him killed, had Saint Kilian and 2 other missionaries killed while the Duke was out. Again, that's a brief summary of what happened, and so this church was dedicated to him, and they said that their skulls of these 3 saints are still in there to this day. And now currently, and I believe this is why it's so ornate inside, it's the home of the Bishop of Würzburg in there. So there's a couple other churches I'd like to visit, but I'm pretty sure this one is the one with the most money. All right, well, last church was closed. So we're gonna go back to the hotel and take a quick nap because we want to come out at night, check out what the bridge and this city looks like at night, because it is quite... We could hear all these fireworks going off last night. Apparently there's some kind of festival going on this weekend. So we want to kind of hang out at night, but we're tired. We've been walking for 2 days straight. So we're going to take a quick rest and come back out in the evening. We're at nighttime.
Can I just take a look?
Nighttime in downtown Würzburg was actually pretty fun. We walked down by the bridge in the city center. No drama, just a bunch of people out having a good time. Good vibes all around. We're finishing up day 2 in beautiful, beautiful Würzburg. I love it here.
Yes.
It's so funny because I keep thinking, man, I could live here, and I did for 7 years, but man, it's quite beautiful here. The vibe here is much more lively for sure at night. There's a lot of people out here. I guess there's a tradition where they have the place where we had lunch, they also serve wine, and you're supposed to, I guess, drink wine here at any time of the day on the bridge, and there's people dancing and just having a good time on the bridge, and apparently it happens all the time, but definitely more on the weekends. It's Friday night. People are off of work, but it's still, even though it's busy, it's still calm and it's not out of control fun. At least not tonight.
Yeah, I enjoyed this little city too. I will miss because it's calm. It's very polite, very different style of driving.
Yeah, there's nobody honking. What did you think of dinner tonight?
Dinner. Oh. I had this typical dish from this area. It says pork.
Pork shoulder, I think.
Yes, made with this crust, with sauce, very juicy sauce, and with 2 canederli.
Yeah, it's like potato dumplings.
Yeah.
It's like giant gnocchi. It was good, but for me it was a little much.
No, I wanted to try this, and I tried, and I'm very happy.
Yeah, very typical of this area. We have a few hours here tomorrow. We're gonna, since we didn't go to the garden again, because we were just tired walking all day, because we walked up to this fortress. We were tired. So tomorrow we're not leaving until around 2 o'clock, so we have plenty of time to go walk the garden in the morning and just enjoy the last little bits of Würzburg. But man, I'm super happy. I feel complete having come back here, but now I want to come back again to just enjoy the city. Yeah, I would love to come back, visit with my brother, but just in general, it's a beautiful, beautiful city in Germany. So if you ever have the opportunity to come to Germany, try not to skip Würzburg. It's wonderful here.
We entered in the main part of gardens, and it's so beautiful. It's in somewhere we read this is like a Versailles German Versailles, but it's Versailles. It's magnifico. How it's beautiful, this garden, and always did with some like dislivello, no, come dire. You are going up, no?
I love all these like stone statues. I mean, there are decorations, but they're all unique. They're all intricate. They weren't just like cast in a mold. Each one of these, somebody had to think about design and create. They are all unique. That is really cool. This is my favorite one. I really like this statue. This one's really cool.
I like what we want to have animals at home. We want to have 2 cats and 1 dog.
When we buy a house like this, eventually we're gonna get a house like this somewhere. I'm not really sure yet. Maybe in Bhutan, on the mountains of Bhutan, we'll have a house like this, and we'll get 2 cats and a dog. So one thing that's been nice about some of the places in Würzburg here is that you can access some of this stuff for free. So this park, they could charge you. This park is huge. It's beautiful. Mm-hmm. You can spend several hours here, or really all day if you want to do a picnic. But, you know, it's free. You know, you can pay, because they could say, oh, pay to get into the residence there, and then you get access to the garden. But no, you can just come to the garden itself.
Exactly. This is not just only park, city park, but with all these flowers, fountain, very well maintained and free. Yeah, these roses, like they did like tree. Amazing.
Yeah, I've never seen roses cut that way before.
See.
That's it, right? I mean, that's the majority of it?
Yeah. Yes, I think center part of garden, all these trees, flowers, fountains, this is. After there are a lot of space just to walk. We finished with park. We visited almost everything. You can stay here all day. And we decided to return to hotel, eat our lunch.
Yeah, we couldn't eat all of our food from last night. So it's funny because this is funny. We left the hotel. The cool thing is they have these lockers, and we left our stuff there, and we were planning on being out here all day, just going back, grabbing our stuff and leaving, because we don't have to check out until 12, and it's just after 11 now. So hopefully we can make it to the hotel in time to go back to our room and grab those leftovers, because we left the leftovers at the hotel, and it would be nice to have those as a snack before we get on this 5-hour bus ride. Yeah. So we're gonna see if we can hurry up and get back to the hotel in time to grab our leftovers. Well, we made it in time, but they came and cleaned our room already. This is where this room is different, right? One, this is the first room I've been in, I think, and I don't know how long, and I have been in many, many, many hotels. There's no phone. And the other thing that's not here is they don't have a do not disturb sign, because they say they don't clean your rooms, right? They only clean your rooms when you specifically request. So they don't have a do not disturb sign. So in the past, if I was going to check out like at the last minute, I would have a do not disturb sign and they wouldn't come in here, and I would have put that on the door. Mm-hmm. But so they came in, but that's our key still worked. Obviously we can still come in here, but we could be awful and like mess up the bed, because technically we have 20 minutes where it's our room. We can just go all over the bed and do everything. It's one of those things where if I could have called down and asked for late checkout, but I didn't, and I forgot. I could have put one of those things. There's several things that they don't have here that would have solved this problem, but it doesn't matter. Okay, we lost our food. But when we first got here, there was all these crows, and now we're leaving, and we've named this park Il Parco di Corvi, the Park of Crows, because they are so loud. They're actually louder when we first got here. They were just going crazy. Well, I'm a little bit sad. We're leaving. I don't know if I'll ever come back here. I hope I do. Like I said, for sure, if my brother gets the opportunity to come back as well, I would like to come with him and do this again. But if I never come back to Würzburg, Germany, Thank you, Würzburg, for being such a wonderful home when I was a child and welcoming me back. One of my favorite things is meeting this old guy in the museum. Yeah, and he called me a son of the city, and that felt amazing. So, ciao. Hopefully for now, Würzburg.